What's that? Playoffs? Don't talk about it. Playoffs?
What's up, guys? It's Chris here, back in the building with the Predict the Playoffs video. And yes, I'm going to try and predict all 13 games as part of this year's postseason playoffs, which is going to be interesting to see what happens and which two teams will face off in Tampa Bay in Super Bowl 55. But without further ado, let's get started on the video. And for those that haven't seen already, I have predicted the wildcard weekend games. If you want to check that out, I'll leave a link at the end of the video. However, of the teams that are in wildcard weekend, I'm expecting the Bills to win 2017 against the Colts. I'm expecting the Steelers to win 1917 against their division rivals, the Browns. And I'm expecting the Titans to come out 21-16 winners against the Ravens. However, on the NFC side of affairs, I'm thinking the Saints will win 20-9 against the Chicago Bears, Seahawks to win 23-10 against their rivals, the Rams, and Washington to lose 22-10 against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. However, from the playoffs and from what you guys can see on the screen right now, that is my predictions of what I think will happen in this year's playoffs. And I'm going to start off like I do with the AFC side of affairs, because starting off with the Kansas City Chiefs, who hold the number one seed in the AFC. However, let's not mention the fact that they lost, albeit you could argue tactically, against their division rivals, the Los Angeles Chargers, but then again, they were resting many of their starters ahead of the divisional round just to try and make sure that they're fit and healthy. However, from my prediction, I think they'd face off against the Tennessee Titans based on the lowest seeding rule that is in place in the NFL playoffs. And from that game, I think it will be an epic scoring shootout. However, I think the Chiefs will come out, and I'm predicting them to score 40 points in that game. And to be precise, I think they'll win 42-35. Meanwhile, in the second AFC divisional round game, I would have projected the Bills to take on the Steelers in Buffalo. However, even though I've been hyping up the Steelers all season long up until that point, it's about time that I stopped on their hype train, because even though they do have a decent defence with a young TJ Watt, which is the brother of JJ Watt for those that don't happen to know already. However, I'm going to put it out there. In recent weeks, the Steelers have looked very unconvincing, and I feel like the Bills will get the better of them. And I think the Bills will win a lower scoring affair than what many people would anticipate, but Bills to win 19-12. Moving on to the NFC divisional rounds, well, the forecasted ones according to my predictions, I'd have the Packers against the Buccaneers. Rodgers versus Brady, what a tantalising matchup that will be. Well, to be fair, the NFC divisional round matchups do feature two very good matchups as a whole. However, I think Rodgers will get the better of Tom Brady because of the fact that the Buccaneers defence I don't see holding up against Aaron Rodgers and his magic at his hands. And for that reason, I think the Packers will win 31-20. The second NFC divisional round game sees the Saints take on the Seahawks. However, in recent seasons, the Saints have been criticised for being called the Aints, which is basically it's not going to happen to them. But I'm a firm believer that they're not going to make it to another NFC Championship game, and I don't think Breeze's time is up just yet. But a second Super Bowl window looks like it's running out for the old man. And sorry, Saints fans, I'm expecting you guys to lose another playoff game. Seahawks to win 26-17. Moving on to the conference championships, and now we have got the Chiefs against the Bills. What a matchup that would be. However, likewise, I think a lot of points will be put up, but I don't think any of the teams will score 40 points in that game. Controversial, I know, given how well Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes have been playing all season long. However, I think the Chiefs will come out 30-27 winners and advance to a back-to-back Super Bowl. Next up, the NFC Championship game. I'd have the Packers against the Seahawks, two brilliant quarterbacks. Well, two masterminds in the form of the Packers and the Seahawks. Well, Rodgers versus Wilson once again. However, I think Wilson will win another epic shootout, which will be decided by 3 points, which could come down to a late touchdown or a field goal potentially. However, I think the Seahawks will win 28-25. And last but not least, we've got the Super Bowl, well, the predicted Super Bowl that I've mapped out. Chiefs versus Seahawks. However, I think the Chiefs, led by Patrick Mahomes, my man, even though I'm not a Kansas City Chiefs fan, but you got to rate Patrick Mahomes. However, I think the Chiefs will win another Super Bowl, go back to back, and win 30-24. And on that note, guys, that is my Predict the Playoffs for the 2020 NFL season. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel right here. And if you want to check out my video for the wildcard weekend predictions, then the video is right here. And until next time, guys.